Hello and welcome to Dude Hack. I am Steve and today we're going to be talking about Tinder openers. When it comes to openers, it can be downright depressing at times. I mean, we've all been in that situation where you get a gorgeous match, you're excited, you're thinking like crazy of something good to come up with. You send that opener, you're waiting for the reply, and over time, eventually your anticipation fizzles, you don't get anything and you feel like crap. A lot of the guys that I'll help out, I'll go through their profile and realize there's actually not that much wrong with it or not many improvements to be made. The first thing I'll go to is I'll check out their openers, because more often than not, they're opening it with something that's either just boring, wrong, cringy, creepy, and just really setting themselves off on the wrong foot. So you got to think about it from your match's perspective, because at the end of the day, if they're a good looking girl, they're going to be getting a shit ton of messages. And what that means is they're getting a shit ton of openers, and I've seen it firsthand. They're getting the same crap, boring openers again and again and again. It might just be, hey, how's it going? What you up to? Their name, exclamation mark, hey you, any of that crap. Your match has seen it probably a good 100 times already. It's boring. Yes, being different, sticking out, not being just like everybody else and generic is definitely the way to go. But with that being said, don't freak out. Don't lose sleep over what the hell to write. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. The word I said just before, try to aim to be different. And just remember, she's already liked you. She's expressed that she is attracted to you. Remember that going into it, and just don't overthink it too much. But without any further ado, number one, a question. I don't mean boring, how's it going, or what are you up to? I mean something a little bit different, a little bit unique. Now, the brain works in a series of questions and answers. So if you put a question out there, your match is going to subconsciously automatically answer it already, and chances are give you that answer herself. So the best kind of questions to give is definitely a closed question. Now, what I mean by that is a question that has a definite answer, either one or two outcomes. So it could be a yes or no question. A good one that works well on Tinder is a would you rather, or what movie do you prefer, what song. It's always going to be one or two answers. If you're asking something super broad and general, like how's your day going, number one, your match has heard that question probably a good 10 times today already. But number two, she's sort of got to come up with the answer herself. Number two, probably most important, is personalization. What I mean by that is finding something in their profile or about them, whether it's their photos, their bio, their job, their interests, their university that they studied at, whatever it is, it's finding that one thing and referencing it. What that does is, instead of just being that generic boring guy who said, hey Whitney, how are you? You're now showing that you've taken the time to look at their profiles, found something on there that's relevant, and then formulated your response or your opener from that. That is so much more powerful than just a boring old hi.
Okay, you're boring me, dickweed. Adios, amigo.
Now, there's a couple ways to do this. Obviously, the most common and boring, and a lot of guys are probably doing this without even realizing, is just sort of mentioning something that's in their profile. But taking this a step above, we got to look at a couple of ways that we can sort of steer away from, yes, acknowledging and taking the time in their profile, but not being boring while doing it. So the first thing I suggest is trying to find a way to bring that thing that you've acknowledged in their profile back to you. So for example, it could be their interests. You could have a shared interest. It could be the fact that they said they love Doctor Who. I see a lot of people saying they love Doctor Who. Now, if you love Doctor Who as well, you could just make a reference that that's one of your favorite TV shows, or something along those lines. I know that's a pretty sort of bare minimum type example, but you can see where I'm going with that. That starts a dialogue, and the fact that you guys have that shared interest, and it's a little bit more interesting than how their day's going and the weather.
It is lovely weather we are having.
The other thing you can do there, just as the lighting has gone right down, is you can make a joke or a pun about one of those things that you see in their profile. So this is a step above just, referencing it and making a point about it. Not only are you showing that you've taken the time to look at their profile, but you're showing that you've got a funny side as well. I know it can be a lot easier said than done, but don't worry. One of the quickest, simplest, easiest things that you can do is that thing that you've referenced, their job, their interest, like just whatever it is, go to Google. Go to Google, they're your best friend, type in a joke or a pun about that thing, and chances are you are going to find something on there. Now, in all honesty, even if the joke isn't right up to the standards and you think it's gonna make her laugh or it's extremely witty, don't worry about it, because it's something different. You've shown that you've taken the time to, number one, look at her profile and formulate a opener from that, but number two, you've shown your funny side. She will be way more impressed compared to all the hey, hi, what you up to, what are you doing tonight sort of messages she's getting to start the conversations.
I am impressed.
So that wraps up everything there today, but I know I did it in a very dot point manner, and I know there will be a lot of you guys that want to learn about a lot of this stuff in more detail. So stay tuned. If you did like it, I want you right now to go down to that subscribe button and click it for me, because I'm going to be putting out this content every single day, and you don't want to miss something that could be the difference between you going on a date this weekend and not. Stay tuned, give me a thumbs up if you've liked it, leave me a comment, I'll get back to all of them. But until next time, stay safe, be well, and I shall see you later.